So his Dhamma, being able to not only meet the Buddha, but to also be his physician. Yeah. And that's what led him to the first Buddhist council. Yeah. Later that evening, the 9 members of the subcommittee convened under the bright full moon on the promontory, overlooking the valley vista below. You guys understand?
It's not easy here on the promontory overlooking the valley Vasata below. Vasata below.
Vista.
Vista.
A promontory is like it's almost like a hill. Like it's very high and you can look down. Yeah.
Oh.
So the valley vista below is like if you're on top of a mountain and if you can look down, you can see the valley below. You understand? You're at a high point. A promontory is like a very high point. It's a piece of land, okay? And you can look down and you can see like a river or ocean or whatever. Yeah. So in California, we have certain mountains where you can, if you're on top of that mountain, you can look down and see the Pacific Ocean. Okay. Convene. Convene is to come together for a meeting. Yeah. A meeting or some kind of gathering. That's the thing, that when you look down and you can see the valley, you can see rivers and oceans. It's a high piece of land.
Promontory.
Yeah, on the mountain. Yeah. They're joined by the memory monks in Jivaka. You guys understand? When everyone is focused and ready to begin, when everyone is focused and ready to begin, the chairman says, Jivaka, before we discuss the Buddha's daily routine, why don't you tell us a bit about your early background so we can preserve your life story along with that of the Lord's? Do you guys understand? Any questions?
So quickly, the Buddha daily
Routine. What is a routine?
Routine, don't know. Daily routine.
It's the activity that you do every single day. Okay. So you wake up, you brush your teeth, take a shower, you go to class, you study English, you go back to your room. Routine. Yeah. Yeah. I'm sorry?
352.
352. So do you guys understand what they're talking about here?
Slowly. Why don't
the chairman says, who's the chairman? You guys remember? Yes, Mahakassapa. So Mahakassapa says to Jivaka, we should discuss the Buddha's daily routine, but also you should tell us about your life so we can preserve your story with the story of the Buddha. Yeah. 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 The early background. Early background is like the stories of your childhood and your adolescence, you know. The humble physician is almost overwhelmed by the chairman's words as he suddenly realized what they imply. But that moonlit night, from that moonlight forward, his life story will be forever intertwined with the Buddha's. Do you guys understand? Any questions? Imply. Imply is to say something without really saying it. Yeah.
Intervene. Intervene.
Oh, intertwine, sorry. Intertwine.
Toward.
Intertwine. If two things are intertwined, they are closely together, like connected together, closely connected. Think of like rope. Intertwined. Okay. So the story of the Buddha and the story of his physician Jivaka will be intertwined. Okay. Any other questions? No questions? Okay. Jivaka takes a breath and begins. My mother was the famous courtesan Salavati. Is that how you guys pronounce her name? Salavati? Yeah. Courtesan. It's like a very in a royal palace. Yeah.
Okay.
I think she works for the king. Let me double check.
Which words, Jiang?
Courtesan. Fine. Wrong meaning. Sorry. Yeah, just a prostitute. Never mind. Yeah, she was a prostitute. Well, but a special prostitute. A prostitute for like the high class, like the wealthy, you know. Okay, never mind. She was not important. Yeah, maybe I was thinking about like some other kind of word. I don't know. Yeah.
I don't know the what is that.
Yeah. Okay, so his mother was a prostitute. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, you guys understand?
Prostitute.
Prostitute. It's a woman who gives her body for money. She sells sex for money. That's a prostitute. A courtesan is a very special kind of prostitute. She only provides service to wealthy men, like for example, like a king or some kind of like official, like people who have a lot of money, like millionaires. You know, like another pindaka. Yeah. Yeah. It's a high class prostitute. Okay. She became the courtesan of Rajagaha after an important man returned from Vasalu one day and remarked that the presence of the courtesan Ambapali had greatly enhanced the capital. Sorry, had greatly enhanced that capital. Do you guys understand? So the reason why she became a courtesan or a prostitute was because this other courtesan named Ambapali was praised for having. You understand? He suggested to King Bimbisara that he find a courtesan that could enhance his capital city. And so my mother was appointed. Yeah, to enhance, to make it better. Yeah. She was a great beauty queen, dancer, and musician, and her company was sought by the wealthiest and most powerful men of Rajagaha, who paid 100 gold coins for one night of her company. Any questions?
And her company, not only the not only her.
For her company means for her to be with them for one night. Okay. Yeah, that's what it means. For example, you are at home and you want a friend. So you call your friend to come over and keep you company. It's like to have a friend so you're not lonely. You know, so that's the company. One night of her company, just for her to be there with them.
Her fellow, right?
I'm sorry?
Her fellow company, like her fellow.
It's just so that you don't feel bored. You understand? To keep you company, so you don't feel bored.
Okay.
Not quite. Your friend is keeping you company, so you don't feel lonely. So you don't feel bored. Okay.
Okay.
Sought. Sought is past tense for seek. Yeah. So these wealthy men would look for her so they can pay 100 gold coins to spend one night with her. Okay. I remember back in primary school, I think I was in the 6th grade. I was like 11 years old. Yeah. My friend used to call me every weekend to have me go over to his house to keep him company. Yeah. Because he is an only child. Yeah. No brothers, no sisters, just him. Sorry? Coins. Yeah, no coins. He never gave me any gold coins. I think I will have to call him and discuss that with him. I'm gonna have to ask for 100 gold coins for every weekend you call me over to your house. But those days were great. You know, 11 years old, you have nothing to worry about. You just hang out with your friends every weekend. Just looking back. Electricity bills, water bills, dormitory fees. Okay, anyway. One of the obvious risks involved in being a courtesan, however, is that is a risk. They will not become pregnant. They also have a thing called neutering for men. So basically, they will perform surgery on your testicles, and they will cut a certain thing that will not allow you to produce sperm that will impregnate a woman. So you can still release, but it's nothing. You understand? I'm sorry? It's a type of surgery. I don't remember what it's called. My friend told me about it because he had it done on him. So basically, they cut your testicles. You know what your testicles are, right? Your eggs. they will cut it open, and they will cut a certain. I don't know if it's like some kind of a vein or whatever it is, but if they cut that, then your testicles will no longer be able to produce the thing that will impregnate a woman. Okay, you can still release, but it doesn't have that one thing that will impregnate a woman. And for women, they can get their tubes tied. You have to study anatomy to really understand. But if she gets her tubes tied, that means she will never get pregnant. I think for a woman, it's irreversible. But for a man, they can reverse it, I think. The only reason why I know this is because my friend had a vasectomy. That's what it's called. It's called a vasectomy. Yeah. Because he does not want any more babies. So I said, I said as a joke, I said, so you had a vasectomy in this life. So that means in the next life, you will you will not be able to have babies. You understand? But it's just a joke, but he thought it was funny.
I'm weak. Yeah, that Jivaka operate body.
Really?
Operate.
Wow.
I think in the school.
Maybe. Yeah, maybe. But it's not the same as today. Today is like, advanced technology, and you can see things that you would otherwise not be able to see with just your eyes. Okay, baby girls are usually raised by their courtesan mothers, but boys are not, for a variety of cultural, social, and sometimes political reasons. Do you guys understand? Any questions, online students, on-site students, imaginary students?
Yes.
No questions? That means the wealthiest men would look for her to spend one night with her. Okay? Because she was a courtesan, but she only provided service for wealthy men, like people who had lots of money, like millionaires. So they would pay 100 gold coins to be with her for one night. Oh, wind up pregnant. It means to end up pregnant. End up. Yeah. So wind up pregnant. It's like it was unintentional. It was not her intention to become pregnant, but she becomes pregnant. So she might wind up pregnant. Yeah. So if a woman winds up pregnant, that means she did not have the intention to become pregnant. All she wanted was to have, sexual intercourse. But it was not her intention to become pregnant. But, things happen. So she can wind up pregnant. Yeah. So if that courtesan mother were to have a girl, then the courtesan would take care of that girl. But if she were to have a boy, then someone else would have to raise that boy, not the mother. You understand? It was said that my father was actually Prince Apaya, a son of King Bimbisara, but this was never proven, of course. Do you guys understand?
I'm confused about last sentence, but boy are not for a variety of cultures, social.
If a courtesan gave birth to a son, then his mother would not be allowed to take care of that boy. You understand? Someone else would have to raise that son.
Okay.
For different reasons. They don't know why. It could be cultural, it could be social, or it could be political. Yeah. So if a courtesan were to give birth to a girl, then the mother would have to take care of that girl. But if she gave birth to a boy, then she would not be allowed to raise her son. Yeah, they would take her son away from home. Yeah. That's probably the reason. Yeah. Proven. To prove something, okay, so today in modern times, we have something called a DNA test where doctors can check DNA to prove who is your mother and who is your father. Okay? So that's proven. They want to know who is the father. So they'll take a sample, for example, they'll take a sample from me, they'll take a sample from him, and a sample from him, and a sample from you. For example, right? Now I say I'm the father. You say no, I'm the father, right? And you say no, I'm the father. And you say no, you guys are crazy. I'm the father. So we're arguing to prove or to claim who is the father. You know, like, I am the father, not you. And he goes, no, not you. So now we have to go see a doctor. So the doctor has to take a sample from me, you, and you, and they have to take a sample from the baby to see who is the father. Yeah. So the results come and I'm the father. Oh. Yeah. I'm sorry? For sure. They check your blood. Oh, to see who's the mother. No, you need DNA. Yeah, you need DNA. I mean, if the husband and wife are honest with each other, they would not have to worry about these things, you know. But if if the wife is not honest, or yeah, if the wife is not honest, then the father would have to ask for a DNA test to check, the child's blood to see if it matches his blood, his DNA. Yeah. But in America, it's different. Nobody wants to be the father. Yeah. That means child support. Yeah. But, there are men who are, sorry, there are men who are proud to be, and they actually take care of their children. There are some men who do not want to be a father, but they just want to have sexual intercourse, There are many cases in America where the man will leave the woman because he's not ready to be a father. He doesn't want to take responsibility of the baby. Yeah. I'm sorry? We do. But if they have not been married, then there's nothing they can do. But if you are legally married and you have a child, then you have to pay child support. Yeah. Yeah. but the father has to be there. Yeah. So you have to pay child support to support the baby. If the mother and father decides to divorce, to separate, then, well, at least in the state of California, if the mother and father separates, then by law, in the state of California, the man has to send money to the woman every month.
How much?
It's different for different families. We cannot say it. Yeah. But it should be enough to support his children. Yeah.
How many years?
Until the children reach the age of 18.
Oh.
Because at the age of 18, they are no longer considered children. They are considered adults. Yeah. Yeah. So if they separate when their son is I don't know, let's say 5 years old. So the man has to send money to the woman every month for 13 years. Yeah. Okay. Because he legally has to support the mother and his children. Yeah. That's how it works in the state of California. In some cases, the man has to lose many things after they divorce. The man. Yeah. For example, I have two friends. They are twin brothers. Okay. When their parents divorced, their father lost. He had to leave, even though he was the one who paid for that house. He was the one who fixed that house. Yeah. Yeah. But by law, in the state of California, he had to give up his house. Yeah. So that's an example of why men should not marry in California. You could lose your house, your car, your land, half of your money. Let's just say, for example, you have $1 million in your bank account, and you and your wife decide to divorce. Now you lose half of your money. Yeah. But I think there's a way to bypass this. There's something that you have to sign to where like you can keep your property and keep your money. Yeah. So you have to know what you're doing. That is why I will never ever. Okay. Almost immediately after I was born, my mother had a trusted servant take me to the rubbish outside of town and leave me to my fate, which was most likely to die. Do you guys understand?
Rubbish heap.
A rubbish heap. It's like a big pile of trash. Just trash.
Trash.
Yeah. So they took baby Jivaka to a pile of trash and just left him there.
Trash.
Okay.
What's trash mean? Trash.
Trash is the things that you throw away.
Oh.
Like when you cook food, the things you cannot use, you have to throw it away.
Mm.
Your old clothes that you don't need anymore, you throw it away. All the things that you throw away. Okay. So you can imagine that this place most likely smelled really bad. Okay. I'm not sure what you mean.
Like waste.
Waste. Yes, waste. Yeah. Garbage. The things you throw away. Okay. So they just left him there to die. But fortunately, he did not die. Yeah. Because otherwise, he would not have been the Buddha's physician, right? This maid returned to my mother and told her that no one had seen her perform the deed. Do you guys understand?
Deed is action, right?
The action, yes. Because she told her maid, her servant, to take that baby and throw it away. So when the maid or when the servant returned to Jivaka's mother, she said to her, okay, no one saw you do the deed. No one saw you throw away your son. Yeah. You guys understand?
Yeah.
Or throw your son away. A few hours later, Prince Apia, returning to the city from his palace in the countryside, actually saw me, or at least he saw something moving on the rubbish heap where crows had gathered. Do you guys understand?
Close.
Crows. Huh?
You know, maybe some of Jivaka is up here.
No, Prince Apia was returning to the city. Then he saw Jivaka, or he saw something moving. Okay.
Paragraph. Prince Apia maybe a father of Jivaka. Maybe a paragraph. Now.
Yes. Yeah. Well, people said that his father was Prince Apia, but it was never proven. Because 2,500 years ago, they did not have the technology to prove who was the father. Now you cannot run. You know, you cannot deny anything. You can say, no, I am not the father, but as soon as they check your blood and check the child's blood, they will know. Yeah. Crows. You asked about crows, right? You guys know what a crow is? A crow is a black bird. It's very common in many countries. It's a black bird. Yeah. Yeah, they like to eat anything. They will eat anything. Yeah. So what do you guys call crows in China? Well, how do you say it in your language?
Ouya.
Ouya? Ouya? How about in
We call
Jika? 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 Yeah, they will eat anything. I remember my mother, she used to dry a bunch of cow skin and cow meat. Just different kinds of meat. And crows would come and eat her meat. My mother used to get angry. Yeah. They will eat anything. They will eat trash. Yeah. Yeah, very brave. They're very brave. Yeah. Yeah. Brave and clever. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. Yeah. The triple gem. Yeah. 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 Wow. Yeah. That's interesting. So if you can scare away crows, then you can become a novice. Yeah. Really? Yeah. 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 That's 7 years old. It's not really difficult. 7. Yeah. Maybe for some kids it's very difficult. I don't know. For me, yeah, I think at 6 years old I was already able to speak my parents' language and speak English. So I think for me I would not have had to scare away crows. Just pronounce. Yeah. 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 Okay. He told his men to go and see what. Yeah.
Yeah.
Prince Apia told his men, maybe the people who worked for him, to go check the rubbish heap to see what was moving. Okay. Because he was walking by or riding by or something, and he saw something move. So he told his soldiers or his men or whoever was working with him at the time to go check to see what it was. The captain called to the prince. It's a newborn baby boy, Your Highness. You guys understand? The prince asked, is he still alive? Yes, my lord, he is, replied the captain. So that's how I got my name, Jivaka, in the local, sorry. So that's how I got my name. Jivaka in the local dialect translates as alive. This sentence is a terrible sentence. Yeah, this is a very terrible sentence. There should not be a semicolon there. It should be so, comma, that's how I got my name, period. And then start the next sentence with Jivaka in the local dialect translates as alive. You see, when your punctuation is terrible, it's very difficult to read. You will confuse the reader. I remember 2 days ago when we were reading this. This is the same exact spot where I made a mistake. Yeah, because of the punctuation. Yeah. Okay. Do you see the irony in the prince spotting me on the rubbish heap when he might actually have been my birth father? Do you guys understand? Any questions? No questions? Irony. That's a very difficult word to explain. Yeah, that's a very difficult word to explain. Irony. Something is ironic. Like a situation should be the opposite, but it's not. Yeah, so it's ironic. Like a situation, it should be like the opposite, but it's not the opposite. You understand? Or it should be this way, but it's not. I don't know how to explain irony. Okay, we should take a break because we have phonetics class in 10 minutes. So let's take a break. And when we return, we will practice phonetics. Okay?
Ajahn, I think we should finish this paragraph.
No, it's yesterday we did that and we lost 15 minutes of phonetics class. So we will stop here and we will continue on Friday. Yeah. Well, actually, no.
Friday
tomorrow
is writing class.
Yeah. So tomorrow is phonetics. Sorry, tomorrow is open mic. Friday we have writing class. So we will continue next Monday.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm trying to balance many different things. So if writing class is your favorite, I'm sorry. If reading class is your favorite, I'm sorry. I'm trying to teach many different things. So let's take a break and we will continue with this paragraph next Monday. Okay?
Short.